And we can't talk NFC East without bringing in our resident NFC East man, Michael Strahan. First of all, happy belated birthday.
Thank you very much.
So we'll get that out of the way.
Thank you.
But this Cowboys team, so they're 10-1 after their win on Thanksgiving. The last time they were 10-1 was in 2007 when they ended up losing in the first round to you guys, the Giants. So is this a Super Bowl caliber team?
Oh, I can smell the rivalry. Yes, they are. I can listen to Pat Summerall and John Madden. It gives me chills. But absolutely, I mean, this is the best team, not only in the NFC, but the best team in the NFL right now. And what they do well, offensive line is best in the league. Ezekiel Elliott's not touched until he's in the secondary. Prescott is clean all day long, gets the ball to Des Bryant and whoever else. Beasley, who is like one of those frustrating wide receivers. And then, surprisingly enough, defense. They're playing really well. Outside of Sean Lee, we don't know anybody else's name, really. They had a lot of injuries, Claiborne and Church on the back end. But this team continues to perform well on defense, and that's been a difference for them.
You know, it's if you look back to the first Super Bowl team we were on in Dallas, it is so similar. We did not have a Pro Bowler on our defense. It was Kenny Norton was like the name guy because he was a high draft pick. But offensively, between Emmett, Michael, and Troy, we controlled the ball. I mean, it's almost a spitting image. Our offense controlled the ball like 33 minutes a game plus, and didn't turn it over and ran it. I mean, very similar schemes.
All phases.
I think it
helps everything.
Defensively, though, what you said, you know, you didn't have any Pro Bowlers on the defense. You look at Sean Lee, he's the only Pro Bowler on this defense right now. Well, Rob Marinelli, yourself, that's a testament to you guys and how well you guys coach.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. You players and coaches always talk about there's two seasons, pre-Thanksgiving, post-Thanksgiving. Dak Prescott during the Thanksgiving day, and Joe and Troy picked up on this, pre-snap. He looked like Brady, pre-snap. Like that to me is the evolution of a Cowboy team going from, all right, they're really good to, okay, they can match up with New England. Dak Prescott, to have this kind of offense, not just productivity, but a point of view.
Right.
Like, you know exactly what Dallas is. First drive every game from a rookie quarterback. It's like, wow.
You think he's getting some of that help from Tony Romo?
I think Tony's a good teammate.
And also Mark Sanchez. They talk about how much Mark Sanchez is helping him. But this team right now, they show how everybody else is. A lot of teams are good. Redskins were good, and I said last week, the Cowboys showed how great they were last week. But the question is going to be, once you do hit the playoffs, let's jump ahead a little bit.
Right.
Once you get to that, it is a different season. It's a different mentality.
It's faster.
So the level that Dak and Ezekiel are playing at now is the level that everybody else, usually for the playoffs, step up to. Do they have it in them as young players never been there to take their game another level to hang?
Yeah, and not have that burnout. I mean, we talked about it before, you know, even the Falcons, a little bit of a burnout in the first half of the season,
you
right?
peaked too soon.
Well, let's talk about a team that's actually coming into its own. The only loss for the Cowboys has been the Giants way back in week 1, right? So now they've rattled off 5 in a row. What's working for them?
Defense. Defense is picked up. The defense they
that
spent,
$200 million defense?
$200 million.
Why?
I only wish I was around to get some of that.
What's the difference? What's the biggest difference? What's made it
Watching
turn?
the last few games, I think Spagnuolo has dialed in a little bit more blitzes to get pressure when they needed pressure. But the biggest difference is Landon Collins. This kid who had to play free safety last year because of some injuries in the backfield now is playing his most comfortable position of strong safety. And he's led the team at one point interceptions, in sacks, and also in tackles. That's amazing to come from a safety.
But Eli's got 4 multi-interception games. I don't get that from Kirk Cousins. I don't get that from Dak. I still think the Giants are too mistake-prone. And I love Eli.
We always get that. The guy with 2 Super Bowl rings, you still have question marks.
We're talking about this year, though. We're not talking about, like, overall.
No, and I get it, too, because I watch him every week, and I'm frustrated with you. But this is a guy, Eli Manning, for some reason, he's about to jump up to 8th all-time passing yards or something crazy. His numbers stack up. It's just something about him that people go, I just don't
Constantly.
get it.
Even when he won the 2 Super Bowls, you know better than anyone. People still question him. Is that ever going to go away?
I don't think so. I think anytime you're Peyton Manning's little brother, you're always going to be compared. And even though he had 2 rings before Peyton had 2 rings, he's still going to be Eli Manning, Peyton's little brother. Right. But, you know, this is a guy who's a tremendous player, obviously, if you look at his record.
We know what he can do in January. We don't with Dak. So in fairness to Eli, we've seen he can be tremendous road quarterback in the playoffs, not just at home.
I like how Michael said that he wished that, you know, the Giants would have paid some money when he was there. I'm pretty sure you're not hurting for money, Mr. Strahan.
I would have stuck around another year or two.
You got them sacks up?
Thank you for being here, Michael. Coming up in 25 years as an NFL GM and front office executive, Mike Lombardi, he's seen a lot of coaches come and go. And after the break, he'll fill us in on which of this year's coaches should worry that their seats are getting a little hot. Stay tuned.